Welcome to Nanook Lodge. Spring is in the air, and that means it's time for fresh lettuce from the garden. These are from the garden. I picked them earlier today and triple washed them, so we got all the dirt out of there, and then I put them in the fridge so they get nice and cool and crisp. We've got some romaine, we've got some red oak leaf, we've got some frilly red variety, and we've got some of this long skinny stuff. I forget what the name of it is, but I'll put it in the chat later. Anyway, lots of different lettuces. I grow a variety of them because I like different shapes and different colors and different textures and frankly different tastes. So we're going to show you just a real simple basic vinaigrette that will lightly dress this salad, and then it'll go great with perhaps chicken breasts off the grill or maybe a quiche or something like that. Just a nice light salad. Making a vinaigrette is super simple, and it can go in so many different directions with different components that you might change out. At the heart of it, a vinaigrette is olive oil and some sort of vinegar. And typically it's 3 parts olive oil, 1 part vinegar. But it could be grapeseed oil or avocado oil or walnut oil. It could be red wine vinegar or balsamic vinegar or cider vinegar or champagne vinegar. Lots of different things it could be for these 2 components. But these are the 2 mainstays in a vinaigrette. And then the rest becomes flavoring agents for however far you want to take it. I like to make mine with just a little bit of spicy brown mustard in it, but you could use Dijon mustard, you could use no mustard. The herbs I have chopped up here, I have dill, tarragon, and chives. I have them chopped up and left over actually from a different recipe I was making. And so then I thought, okay, great, I'll go pick some lettuce and make a vinaigrette, and then we can have a simple side salad for dinner tonight. I've got a shallot that I'm going to use. You can use shallot, you could use onion, you could use garlic. I'm choosing not to use garlic in this recipe because I want the herbs flavors to shine through and not be overpowered by garlic. And then salt and pepper, simply just to give it a little bit of zing and flavor. So that's the components of what we're going to use for a vinaigrette today. And again, it can be as wild and fun as you want to make it with what you have in your kitchen. The best thing about vinaigrettes is that they're super quick and easy to make. And in fact, if you can make them up ahead of time just a little bit and then let it sit so the flavors have a chance to meld together, it is so much better. So we're going to make this, mix it all up. We're going to put it in the fridge for a little bit just to keep everything safe and food safety. But it'll separate again once we're take it out of the fridge, and you just have to whisk it back together before you toss it on your salad. I'm going to start by putting the shallots in. Then I'm going to add the vinegar, the mustard, give that a stir around. Then I'm going to add just a couple pinches of salt, crack some of the pepper, this can be as much or as little as you like. I like mine a little peppery, so we're putting what it seems to be a little bit, quite a bit in there, but that's good. Then some tarragon, some chives, a little bit of fresh dill. Just going to mix that all around, make sure that that mustard all gets blended in together. And then we're going to add the olive oil. Now here's the place where you don't want to skimp on olive oil. This is the time to use some really great extra virgin olive oil that you love. You don't want to cook with that. When you're cooking in a hot pan, it just burns off all the flavor. But when you're using it and making it a dressing, you want that flavor to shine through, now's the time. My olive oil comes from Tuscany, Italy. I have a friend, Vieri Salvatore over there, who lives in Tuscany, and so I get olive oil from him every once in a while, and boy, it's such a treat. So this is the time and the place to use this. So I'm just going to pour the olive oil in here, just a little bit. Stir it up. I'm just kind of drizzling in here. It's going to get a chance to emulsify together. Now you could do this in a food processor, but that would help the emulsification stay together better. But one of the things about the food processor would it just beat up all that shallots and beautiful herbs in there. So I like to just do it by hand. And again, as I said, once this all mixes together, and we put it in the fridge, it will separate a little bit and go back to vinegar and oil because, you know, they don't mix. But just take a quick whisk back to it, and then you're ready to put it on your lettuce. Or heck, this could even make a great chicken marinade, or even brush it on some fresh fish before you put it in the grill. There you go, a little spring herb vinaigrette. I'll show you when we're ready to toss it in the lettuce, just before dinner. So I've had the vinaigrette in the fridge just to keep it food safe for a little bit. I'm just gonna whisk it together again here, just to make sure that it gets all whipped back together and isn't separated by the time we toss it on the lettuce. Got all the nice fresh lettuce from the garden there. And we're gonna make 2 salads tonight. So I'm gonna pour about half of the dressing over the top and then plate it up and add some more lettuce and do the other half.